Howdy y'all, and welcome back to I'm a Champion Paralympics edition. So I've already talked about a lot of different things that make up a champion, and I wanted to talk to you about something that is a little difficult for me, so I hope that it doesn't turn into rambling at all. But my question to you is, what do we do when we do everything possible to be that champion, and then our plans change? So this is a question that I don't really know if I have the right answers for at all, because I'm constantly having to reevaluate what to do when this has come up in my life. As I mentioned in previous videos, I wanted to be an Olympian. I was really active. I got rough and tumble playing hockey and football and baseball with my brother and his friends and basketball. I was kind of a tomboy. And the only real health issues that I faced at that point had been allergies. I was a preemie, and so there's that, but predominantly it was allergies. And that wouldn't keep me from doing any of my big dreams, right? Well, then I fell on my rollerblades, being as active as I usually am, and all of that kind of changed. Suddenly, I went from seeing everything before me to having to totally rethink what my future meant. And in some ways, it crushed me. I won't lie. In some small ways, it was really daunting to me because I didn't really know what a person who couldn't walk could do. My mom had overcome her disabilities, and so she was able to do a lot, but that's because she was a lot better, and she had an amazing husband who was extremely supportive. So, with the exception of getting an amazing husband, what was I to do? And over the years, I've had other disabilities that have brought up that same question. I've broken both my hips now, my leg. I've had a heart condition. I've had a herniated disc in my neck now, busted something in my shoulder area, and I don't have full use of everything still because pain is constantly an issue. So, again, every few years or so, it seems like my plans, my dreams change. And in life, a lot of times we think that we're all working towards a very exact goal. We go to college for that exact thing that we're going to be in 10 years. We make these 10-year plans, 5-year plans, 20-year plans, some people. But what do you do when that can't happen? Well, for me, when I was younger, I really believed that, and I still do, I just wish I had the same faith that I did then. To me, it didn't matter about my goals or my dreams, because I knew that God was going to work all things together for good. And I wasn't worried about my future because I knew that God had it. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. And those verses kept ringing in my head, and I even told the doctor one time when she told me I would never ride a horse again. It's just not possible. I loved horses. I still do, but in a different way. But I absolutely loved them when I was younger, and my main goal was to be able to ride again. And this doctor told me, she put her hands on my shoulders and said, "Katie, you're going to have to face facts. I hate to break this to you, but you're never going to ride a horse again." And I still remember it pretty clear as a bell. I looked at her and I said, "No offense, Doc," but I called her by her full name. I don't want to say it here, though. "My God is bigger than your prognosis." And I believe it was within a year. My mom has the exact, how long it was, but I don't. It was not too long after that. I went to Montana and I was riding a horse. That was kind of an old plug, but I was riding a horse. And it's not every time in our lives that God will have us do something again that we did before, whatever changed our lives. But I do believe that He will put something new in that place. For me, currently, it's making these videos. I can't do a whole lot to make a living for myself right now. I can't even drive myself anywhere. But I'm able to make these videos talking about the challenges of disabilities and of overcoming adversities and walking you through my recovery journey. And maybe it won't amount to much. I have absolutely no idea. But this is what I'm making out of it right now. And a lot of people in the Paralympics right now, I can tell you this much, they did not start out in life dreaming of being a Paralympian. Now some did because they were born with disabilities, but others, like military men that had all their capacities when they went into the military but were injured in war or when they came home in a car accident or whatever it may be, this was not their plan. Their plan may have been to be in the Olympics, but certainly not the Paralympics. Their plans changed. And was it hard? Very likely, yes. I can't imagine it would have been an easy route for them, especially having to pick themselves up from being one of the toughest guys in their unit, perhaps, to being paralyzed or missing a limb or whatever it may be and feeling lesser than themselves and having to overcome that and now be on a world stage. It didn't happen overnight. It's not a sudden decision, but I think when we give it to God, it's a lot easier of a decision. And if we're truly giving it over to God and we're really following after His plans, one of the main things also is to build a community or be part of a Christian community. And that community can also encourage and help you and shape you and show you new ways that you can use what you have now. And I have felt that encouragement in this last year a lot. So I'm grateful for all of my team that has really helped me through this time. And to all of you watching, thank you. I think I'm running out of time on this video and I don't want to get into rambling stage, so I will just leave you with the reminder that there's a verse in the Bible, and I'm really terrible with references, so I apologize, but I'll try to leave it in the, not comment section, what is it called? The description. It is, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. And if I'm able to find it and post it for you in the description, I'll post the rest of it for you. And I encourage you to look more into that verse as well, because just taking it out of context is not the right thing to do. And I don't want to just leave you with that little portion and let you just taste that for that. I want you to look it out. I want you to find out more of what it means for you. And yeah, so one question I have for you before I leave you. What is one area of your life that maybe plans completely shifted for you and God is used for better? Or maybe you have pulled yourself up from the bootstraps somehow. I'd love to hear from you. So leave your comments. Please keep them loving. And yeah, go out there and be a champion. Ciao for now, y'all.